I've been hearing those rumblings and stuff that we tend to start hearing from some people this time of year. And it's very serious, and it needs to be taken seriously by those who are around anyone who is severely depressed. Hello, hello.
Hi, guys.
Hello. I'd say good morning, but it's evening. And Joe's going to bed. Right, dear?
What?
I said you're going to bed, right, dear?
Yes.
Yeah, we heard him. Straight from the Joe mouth. We've been trying to figure out what to get each other for Christmas.
What did you decide you want?
Storage.
Storage?
Well, I want a couple other things, but yeah. I want some of those portable storage things. Not totes, the drawers.
Why?
Because I keep making more mess. Look at this.
You're messy.
But it's all for a good cause.
What's that?
Christmas!
It only comes once a year.
That's right. And this is what I'm making. Okay, you're gonna have to help me. You got my hand. We're making these. You already saw them, but they were put together. This is just the beginnings. Well, okay, I'll have two at once. See, it's turning out to look kind of like a Christmassy baseball, except it's going to have a string and a bow on it. Each one's going to get one with their name and the year on it. I'm putting the years on this year. Does that sound good?
I guess so. It's my first year.
That's right, it's your first Christmas. What do you want?
Let's see. I've got pink bows. I don't want any more of those. They hurt when you sew them on.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to not have them on there?
Oh, no, I like my bows.
Well, then what would you like?
Let me think about it. Maybe a pink bow tie, pink ribbon tied on my leash. Collar. My collar. I don't use a leash.
Well, think about it.
And I want a hole to dig.
Buster, you're an inside pup. You can't dig holes in the house.
Couldn't you make me one to dig?
I'll try and get inventive. Isn't there something else?
I don't want any bows. I'm a boy.
I realize that.
I want a hole to dig and a bone.
Okay, maybe we can figure out bone. One of those chewy types, not the real thing.
Oh, spoil my fun. Okay, one of those choo-choos.
Choo-choos like a train? There you go.
A Christmas train. Toot, toot.
These guys are being silly, but then so am I. I hope everybody had a good weekend. And I got over my sore mouth for the most part. I am now able to speak without making it feel like I am biting through my tongue. The funny thing is, there's no teeth back there to bite through it. It was just that swollen and sore. Anyway, I think when he was putting those impression things in there, I think it might have got pinched or something. But every time I'd swallow, it's like, oh man, I don't know if it was pulling on that muscle there that holds the tongue or what, but it hurt. Anyway, I lived with it. I lived through it. Okay, we have been having a lot of fun. I'm not going to read tonight. Well, you can see what I've been trying to accomplish. But there's something that I want to discuss. It's not a pleasant topic. I've been hearing those rumblings and stuff that we tend to start hearing from some people this time of year. And it's very serious, and it needs to be taken seriously by those who are around anyone who is severely depressed. This time of year, there are a lot of people who do get very depressed. There's a lot of people who don't have family around, or maybe they have family, but they're going through a really rough patch, or they've lost someone, and this year is a reminder, or this time of year is a reminder. There are so many things. Some people, they just feel left out for some reason. That's why we do the Smile and Wave, is to help include more people and to be more friendly and find more friends. There's a lot of reasons for Smile and Wave. But most importantly is to keep an eye out, not just for the depression, but for signs of suicide. They're not always apparent. They're not always going to be something that just slaps you in the face. It's easy to miss the signs. Keep the channels open. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. I know people who have had no indication, because it can be a spur of the moment thing that can happen. Most of the time that's not the case. Most of the time it comes during a depression. I can tell you my story from the perspective of someone who went through it. I have been through desperate, deep depression. And for me it was because it was when my bipolar first started manifesting. Anyway, I had family around. I was driving them crazy because they didn't know what to do. They'd never seen anything like it. I was full of fear, both of myself and for what was, for the fear that I saw around me. Now, I don't know about other states. Here in Nebraska, if somebody says to you, I want to die, I'm just going to go kill myself, make sure, if they're joking, you make sure they are. Otherwise, you're morally and a lot of times legally obligated to call the authorities and let them take it from there. And I don't want to dwell on this. What I can tell you is this. Once I figured out what was happening with me, I was scared. I scared myself. I finally realized I wasn't bringing myself out of it. And that's when I made the decision to ask for that help. Ask my husband to take me to the hospital. And because what happened was I started thinking of ways. I started thinking of ways that a person can commit suicide and how possibly I could. and I wasn't really taking the ideas seriously, but suicidal ideations are really a very, very strong indicator. And you may think, oh, you're just having some thoughts. If you can't come out of those thoughts, or if those thoughts get strong, you may not be able to fight them, and it may be too late. So at least get into some counseling. Call a professional. Call somebody. Like I said, I don't want to drag this out. But whatever you do, if you're suffering from a deep depression, or you're feeling like you're worthless, helpless, hopeless, and you don't feel you can come out of it, and it's lasting more than a couple of days, then definitely cry out for help. Call somebody. Pastor, psychologist, somebody. Your doctor, your local physician, somebody. And let them know you're having these feelings. And hopefully counseling will do it. If it's very severe, you may need to be in the hospital for a little bit until you get yourself sorted out, and they can start getting you onto some therapy or treatment that's going to help you get through it. And that's not something people like to admit. None of us like to admit that we have weaknesses, but we all do. And there's no shame in that. So thank you for listening.
I wouldn't want anything like that to happen.
Well, I wouldn't either.
You really felt that way?
At one time, yeah, I did. And a few times I felt that way. But there were some things that triggered it. And now I know how to cope. And I also know how to get a hold of people. And my family now knows I'm not just making things up or getting silly and crazy around them, but that I really do just need help. But I don't have that. I haven't had a problem with that part of it for quite a while. Nothing that bad. So don't worry.
Okay. As long as you can reassure me I'm okay with it. But you make sure you don't lie to me.
I won't. I'll tell you the truth. Okay? That's a deal?
That's a deal.
Okay. Thank you for listening, and please take care of yourselves, and do have a Merry Christmas. Be around people. Don't isolate. Don't set yourself in a place and say, I don't think I'm worthy of being around people, because you are. You're precious, and you are made in a very special way, just to be who you are. And we love you that way. So, we'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Good night.
Don't let the bugs bite.
Good night. Good night.
Sleep till the daylight.
Good night. Good night.
Be kind to each other.
Good night. Good night.
Tell someone you love them.
Oh, you're so much better.
I feel better. My throat's better.
I think mine is too. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow. And this is
Fralins!
and Fritz.